And we're coming to you live. This is our first live in our new podcast social media room. So we're stepping it up with better videos for you, and you will see that in the future. Um, so we're here today, and I wanted to do our market update. It is also being syndicated live on here on Facebook and YouTube, and soon on Instagram. So rates are coming back into the 7% range. I don't know if you're aware of that or you're keeping track of the market. The news hasn't really been portraying it so much, but rates right now are coming close to that. So why now is still, and I believe right now could be your best time if you're a seller looking to possibly sell and then purchase another property. And I'll tell you why. Because mortgage interest rates and not prices, they drive buyers. When our market was moving very fast in the last 2 years, people were paying higher prices because they weren't so much focused on the high prices, but they were focused on low interest payments because people don't buy houses, they buy payments. So understand in January and into February of this year, when rates came down to the 5 and 6% range, buyers started coming back into the market. Just in the past few weeks, you put multiple deals under contract from all price points in our city because rates became more favorable. In November and December of 2022, I could tell you that rates were in the 7+% range, which froze the market, put a halt to the market. And people say that during the holidays, people don't like to list their homes for sale, but we were up to 150 plus listings for sale because the interest rates were so high and people were getting, going back on the fence. So available home inventory rate is at record low levels in our city and nationwide. 60% less homes are for sale in our from before the pre-pandemic market in Parkland and 40% nationwide. So inventory is very low. Sellers are not willing to trade in their 2 to 3% mortgage rates for 6 or possibly 7% rates now. They are just waiting, but they shouldn't. And here's why. If you are a seller right now and you really want to make a move, I have the solution. Prices have come down. Inventory has come up from our levels of, March of 2022 when there was, probably 40, 50 homes for sale. And sellers are becoming more realistic with offering buyer concessions. Take advantage of this market and still sell your home at a record price point, and then buy your dream home on your terms with a contingency of selling your home possibly, which you could not get as a seller becoming a buyer just about 6 to 12 months ago. So, in fact, right now, banks are offering home loan programs where you can buy now and take advantage of a 7-year ARM mortgage rate at about 5.25%. That's right, 5.25%. And then you can refinance when rates come back down to the 5% range, which could be at the end of this year or certainly into the next year or two. And you have a 7-year fixed rate in order to wait until your mortgage lender advises you at that point in time to get a fixed rate and refinance. So understand that you can buy the house and they say date the rate. But realistically, your rate could be very low in the next 7 years. Rates could be back in the fours or even the 3% rate if things change. But you're fixed at a 5.25% rate. So you win as a seller and as a buyer. And I haven't seen the market in the last 2 years where you can still sell your house for a premium and then be able to take advantage of a changing market where you're able to buy a property with the contingency of selling yours and still get a good deal, still get seller concessions, have an inspection, have the home appraised, do so many other things and really get the home of your dreams. So right now, in this week in Parkland real estate, there's only 109 homes for sale. As I said, in November and December, we had 150 plus homes for sale. So inventory has come down, but it's still 109 homes. And we used to have 40, 50 homes in March of last year when rates were in the 3 to 4% range. 44 price reductions on those 109 homes. That's 40+% of those homes have been reduced in price. We have a 90-day average time on market for those homes that are for sale, those single family homes. Just in the past 7 days, we have 8 new listings for sale, 11 price reductions, 19 homes went under contract, 9 homes sold, and our median sales price right now is approximately 1.2 million. As I talked about mortgage interest rates, well, today we're hovering around 6.78% for a fixed rate loan for 30 years. The 30-year jumbo rate is a little bit less at 6.25%. Our 15-year rate is 5.94, and that 10-year treasury is at 3.88%. So all of this information is very, very informative for you if you're thinking about making a move and you're not sure, because right now there's not a lot of inventory because sellers have these low rates and they're not sure if we look at 7% rates, if they're going to be there, that we should stay on the fence and not move forward with selling and then buying. I think as we get closer to the summer months, interest rates could go down and we're going to see a lot of inventory on the market. And that could change the perspective of this market maybe coming into a buyer's market. I'm sorry, more of a seller's market in the summer where there'll be more buyer activity. And that could cause you to not be able to sell your house and buy and get a great deal. So, right now, I really think it's one of those times that you should really think about speaking with your lender, looking at these loan programs. Love to introduce you to these programs. So, let us know. So, if the rates were right now overall at 5% or 5.25%, which I'm saying you can get a 7-year ARM rate right now in, our market would be flooded. We would have multiple offer situations. We would be back to having people possibly line up at houses. So if you can still take advantage of this ARM mortgage, yes, it's not a 30-year fixed mortgage, but understand most homeowners refinance their mortgages every 5 to 10 years. So you're definitely in that opportunity zone of taking advantage of it. Giving up, yes, your 2, 3, possibly 4% rate and getting in the fives for 7 years and maybe refinancing to fives over the course of the next 20, 30 years, if you even live in your house that long, but still taking advantage of selling high and buying low, and also buying a home that you really, really want to buy and not have to feel pushed or rushed into. So if you have any questions that we can answer, please reach out to us. Please share this video. I think it's great. I feel like a celebrity here. Eitan makes me feel like I'm, in front of the world here. And we're going to keep giving you great videos, great information, keeping our pulse on the market. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and please stay tuned for another market update from us next week from our Parkland headquarters at Parrot